I was a little worried to share this with you because it can be kind of polarizing. Some people think it's insane, but I am just trying to better my health and better my family's health. I can be there for my kids more. I've been sick my entire life. Well, hello everybody. My name is Lindsay, and today I wanted to talk to you about how I tried to eat only meat for 30 days. We're gonna get into that story in just a second. My progress with my weight loss and everything, and how I'm feeling. But I really wanted to talk about how I actually started a second channel to track my progress and to just kind of see where I'm at. Also kind of just to test the algorithm. I don't know, it's just kind of fun to see. I like numbers, so it was kind of interesting just to like see where everything was with the different channels and everything. It's a really small channel. I will have it linked below, but it is where I posted my videos of this, tracking some progress. But I just realized I really like to make videos, but I don't need it all to be separated. It's just too much work for me right now, and I really want to share these things with you. Also, I think it's really interesting. This channel by no means is going to turn into a weight loss channel or anything, because that's just not me, but it is part of my life. So I just thought I'd bring it in here because this is my channel and this is where we get to know each other and become friends. And I don't know, it was too hard to separate it, and I really do like to do like meal ideas on this channel as well. Yeah, so I'll have my other channel linked below if you want to go check out those videos, but I probably will stop posting there. I might do like a, hey, if you liked this content, come over to this channel, because this is just where I'm gonna be doing anything that I'm doing. So I hope that you're okay with that, and I hope that we can still be friends. All right, so I did a challenge where I wanted to do 30 days of eating only meat and eggs and other animal byproducts. So like cheese was a-okay, and I did drink like some milk, but I tried not to drink a lot of milk just because of the sugar content. And I will preface this because some of you might not know, I am breastfeeding. I had a baby 3 months ago, and I had only had a baby 2 months ago when I started doing this way of eating, and I'll kind of get into the reasons why in a second, but yeah, so that's kind of an important detail. Also, I'm addicted to Diet Coke. It just is what it is. I'm very addicted to it and I need to cut it out, but it was not gonna happen in this 1 month, so I did drink Diet Coke. So after I had my baby, I really struggled with producing enough milk for him. And about 2 weeks in, my doctor was like, well, his pediatrician was like, you need to supplement somehow. You either need to pump more to supplement more breast milk, or you need to supplement formula. So I chose the formula route. I did try pumping, and I did end up exclusively pumping my breast milk and doing formula. So not exclusively pumping, but only pumping instead of also nursing for a while, because I was very sore. But so I did do the formula route because my milk was just not producing enough, and it was really stressful, and it felt like giving up when I bought the formula, but I ended up being okay. It was okay. I tried it. I can't be perfect at everything, and my baby needs to eat enough food. And so 2 weeks in, he was a little underweight, like according to his birth weight and everything, he was like in the 25th percentile of weight, so he was really small. And then we did the formula and he just like bulked up. He's a big baby now. So I'm really proud of myself for getting him to be so healthy. But yeah, he definitely needed the supplementation, and right now I could fully breastfeed him, I just don't. But I was doing all the tricks to breastfeed and it just wasn't working. So like the eating oats and pumping, power pumping, and eating spinach and doing all these things that they tell you to do to produce more milk but it wasn't working. And this was really hard for me. And so I was just like, you know what? I know what makes my body healthy because I tried it last year. It's how I got pregnant. I did the carnivore diet last year, and I did it for about 2 months. And in those 2 months, literally 5 weeks after I started the carnivore diet, I was pregnant, and I hadn't had a period in months before that point. So this was this really did heal my body. It got me to ovulate when I hadn't even had a period in a long time. So I was like, you know, it got me healthy. I wasn't able to keep up on it because I got pregnant and I got meat aversion. And if you know anything about the carnivore diet, it literally is meat. So I had to kind of slowly integrate other foods into my diet, but I still always kept slightly meat-based. As time went on, I did kind of fall more into the standard American diet, or the SAD diet as they call it. And I was like, you know, this isn't ideal, because I was starting to feel sick again. I had a lot of ailments that I need to fix in my body. And so the food I intake every day is the most important thing, truly, to gain my health back, because medications, you don't even take those every day. Obviously there are like microplastics and everything, so that's not great, and forever chemicals that aren't great either. But the food is literally what your body is taking nutrients from. So why wouldn't we want to put the most important, like the best foods into our bodies? So I have been doing a lot of research and doing a lot of things, and once I started eating a meat-based diet again, I went in July, I started eating a very meat-based diet because I was transitioning so that I could do carnivore again in August. Because I was like, I want to do carnivore again. It would be so fun to do carnivore again. We'll get into that. But so I went to a meat-based diet, and my milk immediately came in, like so much. I make a lot of milk now, and not like an overproduction, but enough for my baby. I still supplement with formula because mama needs a break sometimes, but truly he wouldn't even need the formula if I just put him to breast the whole time. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy and awesome and insane. And so at the beginning of August, once I transitioned to eating only meat, because you need to slowly transition, especially like if you're changing your diet at all when you're breastfeeding, you should slowly transition so that you're not shocking your system and, I don't know, just losing all your progress, losing all your breast milk. That would be tragic. So I did transition from ketovore, which is what I was kind of keto to ketovore to carnivore. Ketovore is like a mixture between keto and carnivore, and it's just like a meat-based keto diet where you put meat first. So on my other channel, the banner says "but first meat," kind of like "but first coffee," you know, but first meat, because meat is the most important thing. And that's what I've been learning, and I've been doing a lot of like research and just listening to doctors that actually look into this kind of research, because it is an important thing, and meat products and animal products are very good for you. So that is what I am looking into. Also, I'm allergic to sugar. I don't know if I'm like technically allergic, but it's like basically I eat sugar and then my whole body itches and I get headaches and I have all these horrible symptoms. So I don't eat sugar anymore at all, unless it's like barely in something, you know. But I wasn't eating sugar at all when I was doing the carnivore diet, except like some milk. But it's still an animal product, so I didn't feel too bad about it. And cream. Oh, cream. Cream is delicious. Even like plain heavy cream is so good. Heavy whipping cream, even before you whip it, you can, guys, I've become a weird person. I don't even know who this person is anymore. My measurements when I first started, and this is the weight when I first started at the beginning of August. So technically when I first started at the beginning of July, meat-based eating, I was 212 pounds. And if you can see, 212 pounds, I didn't like get a visual or anything, but I remember standing on the scale at the beginning of July and I was 212 pounds because I was eating oats. Oats, guys, they caused so much inflammation in my body and I was so sick. I was so sick, brain fog, all of these issues. And so in July, I did the meat-based eating and I went down to 201 pounds by the end of July. 201 pounds. I lost 11 pounds just from not eating the oats. Like, and I'm gonna say I ate a lot of food. I would stuff my mouth with all this meat and delicious eggs and bacon and, oh my gosh, so good. I would chomp on butter because butter is delicious. You cannot tell me otherwise. And I will say, when I was 3 years old, I used to climb up on the counter and grab the butter out of the butter dish and just eat it. So this has just been me my whole life, I guess. I just love butter. And you cannot take it away from me. I will not let you. I mean, if I have to like take it out of my diet for a while to heal or something, then I would. But other than that, the Ketovore, when I was doing keto and Ketovore in July, I lost 11 pounds just from that because I was taking out the crap out of my diet and I was making myself eat more meat. And I say making myself, but I was eating like a steak every other day. So, you know, it's not too bad. And I will say, yes, it can get expensive if you buy like the really, really nice cuts of meat all the time. But I was buying like the cheapest cuts I could find. And I will be doing a video soon. I have a couple, I might even just add it to the end of this video where I have some, like a grocery haul. But yeah, so I lost 11 pounds in July. And now this month, it's August 31st today. So I wanted to do like, I ate meat for 30 days, but I will say on day 20, I did quit carnivore and I went back to ketovore because there's something about breastfeeding and eating only meat that was just not working for my body at the time. And I needed to add just some more foods in there. And maybe it was the variety aspect of it, or maybe I just mentally wasn't able to do it at the time. And it's not like I can't do it because I have done it in the past, but I just couldn't do it right now. And breastfeeding needs to be known that was there. It was probably the biggest factor in everything, truly, since I had my baby. Like, breastfeeding has been a sole focus for me for a long time. It's why I changed my diet. It's why I was so stressed out. It's why I gained weight, probably, actually, definitely because of the oats that I was gorging down my throat. I will say oats are not the way to get your breast milk up. Eat more nutrient-dense foods, such as a fatty steak or something even more delicious like ground beef patties. I don't know what it is, but they are so delicious. I can just take a pound of ground beef, cut it into quarters, and like, that's what I did yesterday. I air fried some ground beef patties, and for lunch, Dan had one and I had 3. And I just threw some butter on the plate, and guys, it's delicious. It might seem weird because I remember when I first heard about this diet or this way of eating, and I was like, that is so weird. Who would even want to just sit and eat meat? That's weird. I couldn't do it. But then I also would look at a vegan diet and I'd be like, I can't do that because there's too many vegetables and no meat. And I always thought, like, you need a balanced diet. But truly, if you ate only meat, you would thrive, as long as you're also eating the fats and having water and, you know, the important stuff. Because there are most nutrients in fat and steak, in ground beef, that you need for your body, and you don't have to supplement. I was needing to supplement while breastfeeding because, like, I was doing electrolytes. Because I was exhausted and I just couldn't I couldn't keep in enough water. Like I wasn't drinking enough water too, which is probably another thing. I was drinking Diet Coke and I wasn't drinking enough water, and I was probably not doing what I needed to do when I was doing carnivore. But I quit on day 21. Like day 20 I kind of cheated. Day 21 I definitely was like, okay, I'm not doing carnivore anymore and I'm going back to ketovore. And so I just like implemented some fruits and things, but I felt really good. Other than like I was kind of why I started eating the other foods was just because I was feeling a little bit more brain foggy and tired and lethargic, and just I could tell that there was something going like a little off, and I felt better when I was doing carnivore at the end of the month. And so I was like, at the end of July, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go back to eating some fruits and vegetables here and there, and like some tomato sauce when I want to have meatballs, and just, I don't know, like I just think this is more of a diet that I can like maintain, and it's not as weird for people because it does have some plants, but it's also not as weird for me too because it has some plants, and I like plants. It's not that I don't like to eat them, it's just that some of them do cause me inflammation, so I need to, the reason why I did carnivore was to try and figure out what those were, but I couldn't. So I will say I still eat mostly meat, and now I am working on just trying to figure out meals that are mostly meat, and then maybe add a few veggies or fruits here and there. Mostly fruits, probably not a lot of veggies. And making sure I'm doing wholesome ingredients and all that fun stuff. So yeah. And I was a little worried to share this with you because it can be kind of polarizing. Some people think it's insane, but I am just trying to better my health and better my family's health, and working on just, I don't know, getting myself to a better point where I feel better and I can do more videos, and I can be there for my kids more, and you know, that's important. I've been sick my entire life, and I know I shouldn't feel like I need to like explain myself because this is just me. This is my channel. This is who I am. But you know, I shouldn't have to explain myself. I shouldn't have to apologize for the way that I eat. Like that's weird. And I kind of felt like I needed to share this with you guys because maybe someone out there is experiencing issues with breastfeeding or is experiencing issues with infertility and doesn't know that your food can really stop you from reaching those goals. And whether or not you choose to do a meat-based diet is up to you. But I have seen so many benefits from it many times. Last year was the biggest one. I got pregnant from it, and now we have Joel, and he's the sweetest little boy and also the hungriest little boy I've ever met. So hungry all the time. I just wanted to share it with you, and I kind of wanted to stop having a second channel. Let's get into measuring because I wanted to measure. But today I weighed myself this morning, and I am at 191.6. I lost over 20 pounds in the last 2 months, and that's insane. Yeah, so let's do the measurements because that's fun. I will say before I start measuring, I feel really good, and my clothes fit a lot better. A few people have actually commented, but I have lost a little bit of weight and I feel a lot better. So, and it's not even like the scale victories that are the best, it's the non-scale victories. It's the ones where I am able to see that the clothes fit me better and I just feel better, and I'm not like, I don't feel like I don't feel like I have such a weight on my shoulders all the time. And like Devin picked me up the other day, and I think it was easier for him to do that. I feel like I have more strength to ignore the sinks in my dishes. That's what I was gonna say. Ignore the dishes in my sink as I do this. Okay, I'm gonna take my jacket off. This is what I'm looking like. Yes, I still have a belly and everything, and that's like my pants that are cutting me in half right there. But I feel better, and I'm excited to see how many inches I've lost. Where is my ponytail? I had a ponytail holder. don't know where it is. After quickly finding my ponytail holder, I was able to put my hair up so that I could take my measurements. And so I was able to lose 1 inch in my chest. I lost an inch, half an inch in each of my arms, which is really cool. And I just measured like the widest part of me in each of these spaces. I lost an inch and a half in my waist, 2 inches around my belly, which is really awesome, and an inch around my hips, and then each of my thighs lost an inch and a half, which I was very excited about. 1 second, the baby's crying. And then my calves evened out. I'm not sure if I even measured them correctly, who really knows, but they each lost at least half an inch. And my weight is still really exciting, almost 10 pounds in a month, and I just think that that's awesome. But the best part is how good I feel even with being postpartum. If you guys have any questions about the meat-based eating, I can try and answer some of them, but I would say maybe go look up Ken Berry. He is a doctor. He knows a little bit more than I do about, like, you know, health and things, and he's been doing this kind of research for years. He learned it the hard way. He was way overweight and way unhealthy, and he started doing keto, and he started feeling better, and then he started taking even more stuff out of his diet and was able to really flourish, and he's doing really well. He doesn't even look like he's like, I think he's in his 50s, he's like late 50s. He's married and they have young kids, and you know, it's very, very awesome to see these people flourishing and thriving because of the way that they're eating and the health that they have. And I want to be one of those people. So I'm hoping that I can, you know, just better the health of me and my family. I'm gonna go make some breakfast now, and I think I'm gonna do some sausage and eggs. But I love you guys, and let's get into the next segment. What are you doing? So I just got back from the grocery store getting some groceries. So they had steaks on sale. Let's go through everything, and then I'm gonna start putting those into some freezer bags, some vacuum sealer bags. So I grabbed some plain yogurt. This is full fat plain yogurt, so thought that would be good. Sometimes I add fruit to it for Dan, and sometimes I put it in smoothies. And then some smoked sausage. I thought I could make a really good like chili with some ground beef and some smoked sausage, and then do this almond flour cornbread, which is pretty good. I'll have to show that in a recipe soon. And then here is eggs, just, you know, eggs, gotta eat the eggs, delicious eggs. Some bananas, because Dan loves bananas, and, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a treat, and bananas are a delicious, yummy snack. And some olive oil mayo. I know that this is not the best mayo, but, you know, sometimes you just need the ease of that, and I feel like it's better because olive oil is the first ingredient versus canola oil or other seed oils. There are some seed oils in here too, and I wouldn't say that this is great, but in a pinch, when it's a small amount of the food that you're putting in your body, I feel like it's okay. And then ground beef, some 73 lean. No, this is not my favorite kind of beef, and usually I go for like an 80-20, 85-15, but this was $3 a pound, so I bought it. And then some butter. I got, these were only $2 a pound. There was a limit of 5. You could only get 5 packages, so I grabbed 5 packages, 4 salted and then 1 unsalted for recipes and things. I usually like a salted butter though, so I tend to go for that just because it's easier. And then this was the good deal that I found today. They had T-bones and bone-in So bone-in T-bones, obviously, and then some bone-in strip steak. So I'm excited about those. Those will be such a delicious dinner. Usually we use one package for a dinner for us. For me and Devin, we'll each get like a T-bone, or with these we'll we haven't actually done the strip steaks, but they look delicious and they should be good. I think I'm gonna repackage them though, just because I feel like they might not stay as nice unless I vacuum seal them, so I'm probably gonna do that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna vacuum seal those as well into 1 pound packages and put the rest of the food away. But yeah, let's do it.
Every guy I've met, we fell in love at a bad time. Getting insecure, questioning myself on the way down. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. Right now I need to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. Grandpa used to ask why I'm single with such a pretty face. Where is your man? You should go out and chase him. Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. So now I'm about to take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. I don't need anyone else. I just wanna be for myself.
Here's the scissors if you need one.
Thanks. I was using that to cut that.
There's some really, those are hot ones, but it still has hair though.
I just need myself, take care of myself, comfort in myself, like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down. But I'm getting closer to a stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster. One stronger me, feeling free, like a roller coaster.
That was fun to share those things with you, and I hope that this video made sense, because there's times when I'll like come into these videos without actually having a plan or notes, because that's what I did today, and I just kind of hope that it comes together and hope that it makes sense. And I feel like I'm starting to make more and more sense every day, hopefully. But postpartum brain is still kind of there. So if you have questions, just comment them down below. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.